this guy is. You're right. They have to be able to run the football. They can't turn it over. They got to play great defense. If they do that in this game, he's good enough to get this win.
Just got one on that last run. Now 2nd and 9 from their own 26. And he hit and taken down behind the line of scrimmage. And the decibel level starting to increase here on this early 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Here comes the heat. And he just throws it away. That is not what you're looking for on 3rd down, 4th down coming up. The Judicials line up to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. A low line drive and short kick. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. So the UConn Huskies offense will go to work for the first time today. And Jesse, this is going to be a fun test. This receiver, if you leave him in man coverage, you might be in for some trouble.
And so when you get him in the one-on-ones, you got to throw his way. He's a really good route runner. He can catch the football. And then when the defense decides to double cover and take him away, that's when you go somewhere else with the football or you run it. The balance in this offense, based on how they play him, I think is big today.
Yeah, and that's what you've got to do as a defense. Sometimes you double team him, sometimes you play zone, mix it up, give different looks, because he is a guy. He's shown the ability to burn your defense and make big plays.
Give to the running back. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
With the catch, it's Burton. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. UConn comes to the line after getting another first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. They needed a big play, and they got it, and the foot down for the first down. This UConn offense really has it going. Wide receiver comes in motion. Quarterback on the keeper. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, UConn! Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. They draw first blood, and that is exactly what you want to open the season with a drive like that. And the extra point is good.
The screen game is such a big part of this offense. A nice job by the quarterback holding on to it until the last possible second, and the O-line getting downfield, picking up their blocks. They make it about as easy as they can for this running back to find the end zone.
Here comes the option. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line. And the Judicials with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, the offense is trying to go with the trick play, and they're dialing up the reverse, but the defense had great eye discipline. They tracked the football from the running back to the receiver, and they were able to rally to him and make a big tackle for a loss.
Caught near the sideline, it's O'Neal. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. The offense stays on the field. Maybe they'll try to make the defense jump. They also might try to run it ahead for 1 yard. Will not get there. A fourth down stop. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Leaves it with the back. Relying on that running game, and it works for about 3 yards to the 31. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Looking for a man. It's Fagnano. They'll move the sticks for a first down. To the air on first down. Right on the money. Turning it on. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. New center downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking to fire. Looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Husky. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
And this offense is firing on all cylinders right now. Starting the year, game 1, and creating a little bit of a pad and separation at the end of this first half. But you can see why so many people are really excited about this offense this season.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. The Judicials trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Here's the handoff. Makes his man miss. He's stuffed after picking up 1 to the 23.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to...
He lofts one down the sideline. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. And the Judicials will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. A low line drive and not his best work. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. UConn going back to work on offense. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs later in the football game.
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Looking to throw, it's Fagnano. Got his man on the right. Working their way closer and closer. A 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. And the Huskies come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35. That's the end of the period, and UConn has the lead. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the 2nd. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Oh, he's got some space. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Well, the defense may have been caught off guard a little bit on that play. It was 2nd and long. They weren't expecting the run, so now we've got 3rd and manageable, and they've got to be wondering to themselves, is this offense going to try to run the ball again here?
Ball's at the 24. A lot of confidence in their kicker from here, but they'd love to take it off of his foot and convert the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field. And you saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field. Second and short equals bow up, be physical, move a hole, get a gap, let my back fall forward. That back had nowhere to run, no push up front. Got to be more physical, Jesse, on those second down and short situations.
So for that point, David, I think you got to stick with it if you're on offense. As a staff, challenge your guys to get some push up front. You've recruited this position really well. You need these guys to move some bodies because you've got a talented guy in the backfield that can hurt this defense if you just give him a crease. You hear a lot of coaches talk about bend, don't break, and it's in these areas of the field down in your own goal line defensively where you want to just stiffen up. And they did a really nice job on first down, stopping the run. Here we go on second. There's a good chance the offense tries to run it again.
Nice execution by this defense on second and goal. And they try to throw the football. They stay tight on them. If I'm this offense, maybe I run some crossers a little.
Trying to rumble in. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Huskies.
Now, you always want to get the home crowd jacked up and get them excited, get out to an early lead, and they have 20-0. Defense playing well, offense playing well. They got a lot to cheer about here at home.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll go back to work on offense. They'll send the back in motion. Running back searching for a hole. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. On the move. He works his way up to the 33 and is pushed out of bounds. The Judicials are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll go to the fullback. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Sticks it in his belly. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. On the option. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Quarterback strolling away from Heath. Turns it on in midfield. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. And the Judicials are rolling down the field. On the option. He'll pitch it. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately. A 3-yard loss. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Back to pass. Got his man downfield. Touchdown, Judicials. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Go into the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this second half we can keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. on the draw. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4. UConn quick to the line. To the air, it's Fagnano. Takes the easy completion. Shows him the stiff arm. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down.
Man, a great job by the QB, finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
Makes the catch. It's Simmons. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. The Huskies with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Wants to fire on 2nd down. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
The offense will quickly use a timeout. And the Huskies back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the big fella. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Huskies with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Catch in the middle, it's Brown. They pick up the first down. They'll mark him at the 34. Got to be expeditious here. And the Huskies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Got it behind the line. It's Brown. He'll be run out of bounds right at the 25. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Huskies can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Working that left side now. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Touchdown, Huskies! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They add insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Looking to throw on first down. Finds his man. It's Schwartz. Few things on offense as reliable as a tough power back as he plows his way ahead to the 33. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Bought a little time, lets it go. Caught near the sticks. It's O'Neal. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Looking to throw on first down. Got it in the middle. It's O'Neal. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. 1 more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Bringing the heat. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, a first half that saw a little bit of everything there in East Hartford. And this offense has been the story through 2 quarters, extending this lead and really dominating almost every aspect of this game. We're talking lethal efficiency from the O-line right on down to the skill position guys. Although I'd argue those big uglies up front are skilled players in their own right. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Rentschler Field.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. The Judicials will kick it off to start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The UConn offense goes back to work. Not sure they had to adjust much as they'll try to build on this lead. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Back to throw, it's Fagnano. Catch in the middle, it's Simmons. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Handoff from the gun. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
Sometimes as an offense, you like run plays, and you like running it right into the teeth of the blitz. That's what happened right there. Everybody up front got a hat on a hat, and they were able to crease that defense.
Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. After that big play, they're trying to pay it off right on the goal line. They'll try to power it in. Touchdown, UConn. And they take it in for 6 more points.
And the second half looking a lot like the first half, and this lead continues to build. How about the rhythm of this offense? They are showing you a little bit of everything. What they worked on in the offseason has been right on point, and game 1 going exactly how they scripted.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Ball State opened up a can. And how many times can you say you went into someone else's building and beat them by double digits? It's what happened today, and the rest of the MAC should take notice. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this.
And Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. And the Judicials will line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. A fair catch is called for and made just across the 50-yard line. From the gun, give on the inside. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. Back to pass, it's Fagnano. Fires to the wideout. Can't make the grab, in this offense, which has been brilliant this season on 3rd down, doesn't convert this time. UConn will have to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. And now this offense will take the field again. Big fullback's got it. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line. Running game worked on 1st down. Let's see if they go back to it on 2nd down. Gets the back moving. Calls his own number. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. It'll be 3rd and long. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And when these plays work, everybody goes nuts, and the offensive coordinator is a genius. But the 3rd down call, they use some misdirection. They go with the reverse. The defense, so disciplined, sound, run to the football and get the big 3rd down stop.
And the returner will be brought down. UConn going back to work on offense. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. Thought he had it and couldn't get it through the uprights. He missed it. Guys, after this dominating performance, I guess the head coach wanted to be able to yell at the special teams coordinator. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. He stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying and have had very little success. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. Wow, this offense is just stuck in the mud. They've already punted 4 times, and it's 3rd down now. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground. The Judicials have it with a 1st and 10. Goes to the option. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. On the option. He gets it down to the 40-yard line, but he's going to be a little bit short of the marker. It'll be 4th down. That's the end of the period, and UConn has the lead. This has been a complete obliteration so far, as the 3rd quarter stats will show you. As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. go for it on 4th down. Tries to get it on the ground. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down? They're going to throw it to start the drive. Gets it to him on the screen. He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10. That is a time-honored way to slow down the rush, hit him with the screen, and a chunk play.
Yeah, such a great job because you're flying up the field to get to the quarterback because everything looks like pass down the field. Let those guys get up the field, throw right behind him. He does a little bit of the rest, making some moves, getting upfield, making the big play.
The inside handoff. Inside the 30. Finds a crease at the 20. Touchdown, UConn! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And add it on again. This offense has done whatever they want, however they want, and this lead has ballooned. When you start a season off, you want to build momentum. You want to defeat an opponent and beat them badly. That's exactly what they've done. This team looks ready to compete for a national championship.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And we'll see the offense make its way onto the field here, hoping for a successful drive. From the gun, running back gets to give. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Here's a heat. And he can't make the connection on his first attempt. Let's see if he settles down. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. And the Judicials will bring the punt team onto the field. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The UConn offense goes back to work. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. One back in the backfield, he gets to carry. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. They'll snap it from the 48 on 3rd and short. Back to throw, it's McDonald. That's caught, it's Murphy. There he goes! Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next run.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
This UConn offense really has it going. To the ground. He's got it again. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. He'll pull it on the read. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
Well, I think this home environment was just too much for their opponents to handle. There's been unbelievable noise and energy. The crowd showed up today, but how about the playmaking on the field? These guys have got dudes all over the field, and this kind of win week 1 sends a statement and reverberates all across college football.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So we'll see this offense make its way out to start the drive. Sends it back in motion. Give to the fullback. Plows through the defense. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. He wants a big play here late. Interception, and things are going from bad to worse. Going the other way, and he's got room. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Husky.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category.